This video will show you how to replace the Serpentine belt on a Ford Edge with a 3.5-liter engine. This will be located along the passenger side of your engine compartment. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. Let's make our way up inside the engine compartment. As we make our way down along the passenger side of the engine, we're looking for our Serpentine belt tensioner. Now for our Serpentine belt tensioner, we're going to want to have a tool with a 1/2-inch drive. It needs to be a thin wall. We're coming all the way down onto the tensioner. In the tensioner, you're going to find that you have a squared notch. We're pressing our tool into that square notch, and then we're going to pivot this clockwise. Let's just have a quick look down in this area. We're paying attention to our belt routing. It goes over some pulleys and under others. Now, while I hold pressure in this area, I'm carefully reaching down towards my alternator along the front. That's our front upper pulley, and we'll carefully pull the belt off of that pulley. I'm just using a long angled pick. We'll get underneath this belt. Obviously, we're being careful not to cause any damage here. Now I can release tension from my belt tensioner here. We want to be careful with that. It is under spring pressure. Now it's time for installation of our Serpentine belt. Now as for the Serpentine belt, we need to carefully make our way all the way down towards the bottom. Once I get down to the bottom, I need to try to get over my crank pulley, over the AC pulley along the front bottom, and then I'm trying to go all the way up towards the alternator. Now I'm going to find that I can only go so far because I have to relieve tension from my tensioner. Of course, if you're working from up top, you can use a long pick to guide things as necessary. See if we can use this pry bar. I want to try to hold this on along the rearward pulley as I continue on along my AC compressor pulley, which is the bottom front. There we are. Now at this point, before I continue on applying pressure on the belt, bringing it up towards my alternator but under my tensioner, I'm going to make my way up to the tensioner using my 1/2-inch drive ratchet here. We'll start applying some pressure, relieving tension from the area here so we can get the belt in the proper position. Get some swing there. Okay, at this point I have the belt over all of my pulleys, but as I look closely, I can see that I am displaced on my AC compressor pulley along the front. If I was to leave it like this, start the vehicle and run it, I could cause damage to the belt or other engine components. Pay close attention to the belt and the belt routing. Go ahead and slide this into place. We'll continue on. So at this point, as I'm looking closely, it does look as though I'm sitting over each one of my pulleys properly. Now at this point, I can release tension from that belt tensioner, start pivoting it back to its rested position, remove our tool. Okay friend, we finished our installation. Now the next thing we need to do is go ahead and start the vehicle for 5 seconds. Turn it right back off. Make your way back out here and you're going to triple check the belt, confirming it's seated on each one of the pulleys properly. Make any adjustments as necessary. After that, you can go ahead and restart the vehicle, close the hood, and take your vehicle for a road test. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.